Hello everybody, my name is Cody bringing us another video. I know it has been a bit since the last video, and I was really hoping to get back to daily uploads. I am thinking of some content type of things that I can do to hopefully get kind of a daily upload. I'll explain at the end of the video, but right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of these, maybe get to like 10 while on camera, and explain some stuff with this Rosé, and then, because I have all his info up on a computer in front of me, and then once I get, to 50 after the 10, I have 53 of course, but I'll have all those, and then I'll actually do a one last summon on the Goku banner. Maybe I can pull, the Goku, maybe just any LR. Just because this is the earlier stages, I can actually just run. I like running youth. I can run the Vegeta, the Strength Vegeta. I don't know what I'm gonna do afterwards. I think there's the physical kind, the physical type that can be ran. That's pretty good. I would assume, at least. This guy right here. I don't know everything about his EZA and stuff, other than all of his little stat stuff. I don't know what typings will be good, other than, of course, Tech, and I know that it's Vegeta family, but I don't know what the second one is. If it's AGL, then I'll probably try to do kind of like a weird pure Saiyan looking type of thing, but I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. But basically, this EZA for Rosé is maybe the best one. It's definitely, I mean, him and the Vegeta Blue. So before I explain anything, you might hear the computer running and you probably hear some clicks. I'm gonna see if I can't find the Vegeta Blue, so I can pull him up and his EZA, just so that you guys, I can have like a comparison type of thing between this Rose and what he got through his EZA, and then see uh, what the Vegeta Blue his EZA looks like. See who maybe improved the best and who's just overall better compared to the other one. So the Vegeta Blue was originally 3 key and all stats 50% to Superclass. His super attack is Final Kamehameha, and it causes immense damage to enemy. Great chance to launch up to 2 additional attacks, each of which has the chance to become a super attack. That is a 70% chance to launch 2 additional, the first one being guaranteed, and then everything after, and then 10% for those to become super attacks, and then damage received minus 30%, as well as counting with tremendous power. Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, prepared for battle, power bestowed by God, Fused Fighter, Over in a Flash, and Fused Battler is Links. Realm of Gods, Patara, Future Saga, Time Travels, Kamehameha, and then currently JP exclusive, he has Last Resort. So his stats at the time, they were 15,700 HP, 16,500 to attack, 9151 defense. Overall, he was a good for the time that he came out. When he gets his EZA, he becomes super class T plus 4 and all stats plus 80%. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. That is 50% for his raises, and he still causes immense damage. Attack and defense plus 40% at the start of turn. It's a pretty good buff for him, especially with his raising attack and stuff. He was a fairly good defensive unit now. Great chance of launching 2 attacks and them still becoming. It is now a 25% for them to become a super attack instead of 10. Huge improvement. And then damage received is now 40% and still counters with tremendous powers. No links changed, no categories changed. He went from 15,700 HP to 18,061 HP, fully rainbowed max easy aid. His attack was 16,500, now is 19,137. One of the highest damage, highest attacks for all units, and then defense went from 9,151 to 10,194. So along with all of his stuff for improving his defense and whatnot, he did become a fairly good unit, and of course, at this time, he was the best TOR, best EZA in the game. So overall, he became solid again. The pre-awaken for Rosé, he went from extreme class, the key plus 3, and all stats up 50% for extreme. Causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense, which at the time was 50% for 3 turns. And then he had attack plus 100% and extreme class key plus 3 at start of turn. That was pretty good. He had Super Saiyan, Fear and Faith, Nightmare, Prepared for Battle, Dismal Future, Big Bad Bosses, and Fierce Battle. Roma Gods, Patara, Future Saga, Time Travelers, and JP exclusive Diabolical Villains are his categories. His stats were 16,020 HP, 15,100 attack, and 10,155 for his defense. When awakened, he becomes extreme class, key plus 4 in all stats plus 80%. Greatly raises defense for 1 turn, which is 50% for the turn, and he still causes immense and greatly lowers defense for 3 turns by 50%. His new passive, attack plus 100% plus extreme class, allies, key plus 3, and attack plus 30% at the start of turn. That's a pretty big improvement in all honesty. Making him very viable as, one of the better supports and definitely better than the Strength Rosé. Of course, you can still use the Strength Rosé for strength-related things. His defense plus 30% with each attack received. So he will still be hitting pretty hard with 100% attack and then 30% once at the start of his turn. But then he also will be getting all the way up to 180% defense. And then on top of that, he also, for one turn, will raise his defense by 50%. I would definitely recommend him and the Vegito being pretty much, well, this one should be basically full additional as much as you can. Probably a half and half on the Vegito because he is a counter unit, and getting crit counters are kind of where they'll do the most damage. No changes to links or categories. He went from 16,020 HP to 18,638. Went from 15,100 attack to 17,416. Went from 10,155 defense to 11,245. His stats, his defense and his HP just a little bit higher. Defense, knowing that defense never gets crazy high for the most part when it comes to stats. That is a huge improvement. The 1,000 over he has, the Vegito, that's quite a bit. Compared to the 600 health, which it helps to have that extra bit of health, but that is not, that isn't going to decide a whole entire event or anything like that. But that certainly does rather help and improve what it does. And then the attack being a lot lower. So it definitely is shown that this unit is 100% a defensive unit. Once I finish his EZA, I'll be able to tell you guys what I think of his actual defensive capabilities and what his offensive capabilities are. I can already tell just from looking at it, his defense will be insane. How well he can hit, I don't quite know yet. I am thinking that he'll still be able to hit fairly well. Greatly lowering defense on super attack, lowering the enemy defense doesn't do a whole lot, but raising his defense, even for 1 turn, was huge, because 50% is a lot, and then the fact that he can get his defense. I'm sure if you had him, I would say Realm of Gods with the Zamasu, running, that type of stuff, linking him up with either the Zamasu, maybe the LR, wow, no health left. The LR Zamasu, or Goku and Zamasu, Goku like and Zamasu, that one would probably be one of his better linking partners. But, yeah. And then you could also do the Patara, of course, because, I believe all of them are the same. And then he might also actually have a fairly good spot if you want to link him up with the Int Goku Black, maybe. But having him as AGL and the Zamasu as AGL, that'll be a phenomenal thing for Battlefield, for any way that you can have them linking up, where you can only run Extreme AGL. they'll be a fairly good, set together. Um, yeah, so that is just a phenomenal thing. Is he better than the Vegito EZA? I haven't, we've had Vegito for a while. We've done a lot of stuff with Vegito. He is really good. The main complaint, and I can really attest for this too, he, very RNG heavy and RNG heavy units to where it's, yeah, he's really good. He can be really strong, a lot of defense, high attack. That is, of course, if you can get, multiple supers on the turn, because when you're just getting every single thing to be a normal attack, his impressiveness kind of tanks. Because, it's basically just, higher, enemies that have a bit more reduction in defense. You hit them with that super attack and it does a whopping 5 damage to them. Not exactly the best, but if you do get him to have like 3 super attacks on the turn, and if you can, if you get some crit counters or something, then there's nothing that can really stand up to him overall, in my opinion. But then, this Rosé is not. I mean, there's like that little bit dependent on RNG with getting his defense up, but unlike Vegito, who needs to get his to be like super attacks off of RNG of can you win the 25%? Can you roll that D4 and get the 4 so that he actually will, get that additional super? And can you get it on both? And then can you get it on the third one that you'll probably get from the potential system? Because every counter he does, every attack he does, all of them can and have a chance to proc whether or not he'll have his super attack go off. And if he does super attack, then you're basically guaranteed to beat that area because his damage will just be so high, his defense and the damage reduction will be so much. Damage reduction, oh. But overall, he is phenomenal. This EZA Rosé, on the other hand, his only real bit of RNG is, where is he being hit? How long will it take him to be hit 6 times to get his defense to max? Can you put him right there in the first slot of an early on event, get him hit 2 times so he just gets 60%? Maybe, later on, if he hasn't built him up, built up all the way because you've just been steamrolling, get him to super attack first so he can get a bit defense, and then he gets hit, so his defense just slowly gets higher and higher. He has potential to easily be the best unit in the game. I don't know yet, because obviously, as you can see, I haven't done anything. I do, of course, have him SA10 and everything. Not Rainbow, sadly. I would love it if I did have him Rainbowed, but, I haven't really been able to pull him all too much, even though he's been on so many banners and whatnot. So hopefully I'll be able to pull more dupes for him. Hopefully, I can't show him off as a Rainbow, but maybe I can show him off at... Should have him at 55. I don't think if I have a 1 dupe in him yet. So maybe I'll show a 55% showcase to show just how good he actually is as a unit on Realm of Gods. Probably won't do Patara, because then, it's pretty much the same thing overall, because not like I'm really going to be switching up much of the formula. He'll still be ran with the same units for the most part, just extreme stuff. Probably won't do Future Saga or Time Travelers, because once again, majority of that would be the same units. I also don't have the... I do have Time Travelers. I don't think I have Future Saga as like an actual leader for Future Saga. I do have Time Travelers, because I do have the Goku Black, so I could showcase him on that, but, for the most part... Ooh, nice. For the most part, there won't be too much of a difference, because he only really supports Extreme type, and other than Cells and some Goku Blacks, for the Extreme type Time Travelers, it isn't exactly this super large thing I can actually bring up and showcase what some of the better Time Traveler things are. So you have some of the Zamasu stuff. Oh no, the Zamasu is the Goku Black. Is the Zamasu that becomes Goku Black's body that we'll be getting during the 5th year anniversary, the first ever LR EZA, that guy. I will obviously be grinding him up. I don't usually grind for too many of these type of units, but he does seem pretty good. And then, yeah, the Int Goku Black, and then you have for Extreme, oh yeah, LR DKP, the World Tournament on JP. He is Time Traveler, I guess because he rewound time for his age. And then LR First Form Cell, LR Perfect Cell, Int 1, LR Perfect Form, Cell Perfect Form in Cell Juniors, the physical one, Goku Black, LR Bojack, the Int LR Bojack. I forgot that he is technically a time traveler, which is, something that I never really think of him being. And then Zamasu and Rosé, even though only one of them is the time. No. They're both time travelers. What am I talking about? And then for extreme stuff, you have Om's third form, which, not half bad. Swirling Dark Magic. Oh, Toa, right? Darkness Toa. She's another AGL unit, which means that this whole team you could run, a decent thing. Like for time travelers, you could almost have a full type of that. Of course, the Zamasu, and then himself. And then for you actually have the Boo. That's right. Extreme, the one that's on JP that came out not too long ago, the Go Tanks, brought in Majin Power category. He is actually time traveler. Same reason that Bojack is, I guess, because of like an eternal slumber style thing counts as time travel. Sure. Second for of course, Cell stuff. Golden Cooler. I don't know why he's time traveler. I haven't seen. I didn't watch Heroes. I should. It actually seems really good. Another Cell. The UR for the LR. Zamasu and Goku. The Merge Zamasu. Mass Saiyan. Hopefully he gets an EZA soon. Cell. Yeah. Fu. Bojack. Boo. Cumber. Yeah, for the most part, it's all kind of the same. Teams that, things that you would actually really be running him with would probably be things like maybe the physical Goku Black, the maybe the cells. They could be good together. Stuff with, Goku Black units, Zamasu units. I don't know how well you do with cell units or with hero units for the most part. Things like Golden Cooler, Oms, Toa is a little bit iffy. And of course, there are a ton of super time travelers, but he doesn't give his boost to time traveler, so. But overall, I mean, he can run well on time travelers, but I probably won't be doing a showcase there. How well will he run to do stuff with diabolical villains? Phenomenally, because they just need to be extreme class. Things with the Future Saga, when they're extreme, would be more Goku and Zamasu units. Maybe Android units, questionable. But that's really it for extreme Future Saga. We still need to really get a really good extreme unit. You have the 3 LRs and Zamasu and Rosé. The LR Rosé that comes later in the year for us. And then the half decent, Goku Zamasu Goku. Those are the extreme ones, and then of course more Zamasu stuff. But really, getting like a first form Cell, the one that Trunks fights in the future would be good. Maybe better future Android 17 and 18. Not too much, unfortunately, for the Future Saga stuff, because, you can have, Trunks, because, he is the future, basically, and then so many things, some Vegito units, all the blue units, anyone, from those. But there haven't really been, because other than androids, but there's also only 2 17 and 18s on the Future Saga, and then a lot of it is just Zamasu related for the most part. Zamasu, Goku Black. So, not exactly going to be the most diverse from things like time travelers. You just don't have, you know, the other, like the hero units for the most part. So that was, the first 10 stages. Nothing huge and over the top. Obviously, later on, you won't just be able to rock any team as long as they're Vegeta family. I'll probably have to actually pay attention. So, I don't know when my recording stopped. Hopefully, not too much was missed. I think it did miss the opening of the summon, but, thankfully, if it did miss the summon, then I would probably just put it like in the, when I redo so I can do an actual ending, my outro. I would tell you what I got. As you can see, honestly, you can skip this one as you can usually skip most of the things. So, sadly, that's the last summon I'll be doing. The next Dokkan Fest we're getting is Beerus. I don't know if I'm going to be summoning on Beerus. Maybe I will if there are sales to do, so I can maybe do like 150 on him. Maybe, I don't know. If I do, then obviously I'll do videos. If I don't, then hopefully the series I want to do, which basically would be I get a category, or maybe something that would be a category, and I kind of just hypothesize potential things to put in it. Not saying, we should put X character into a category, like, not anything like that. Saying that Super Saiyan Rosé could be on the Super Saiyan category because he's a form of Super Saiyan. It would make sense because he is a Super Saiyan, and they do have like Super Saiyan 4 and Legendary Super Saiyan and stuff like that. So technically, he could be on the Super Saiyan category. Not doing stuff like that. I'm doing things like, what would a character, what does the Earthling category need? Obviously, Global doesn't have that yet, but JP does. The things like that. I would kind of choose a category that you guys pick for me, or that I pick for myself, and then I just slowly go through and kind of say, what would a really good TN look like on that? What would a TN look like on that category? What would Roshi look like on that category? What would, X Earthling do and look for that category, giving them their leader skill, giving them their super attack, their passive, their links, and their categories. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to tell you their stats or anything like that, but things like that would be the extent of what I do for this little series that I hopefully want to do. I kind of want to do it, every day, and then on that Saturday, you guys can um, choose a new category, or you guys can just do a different version, and you guys can tell me what character you want, and then I can try and see if I can't create 7 different versions of that character. Whether you say Trunks, and I can do Kid Trunks, Futures Trunks, the Super Trunks, Buff Trunks, try to go through and make 7 of that character rather than 7 characters of a category. Try to do interesting things like that. But that does do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, then consider hitting the like button. If you didn't enjoy, then go ahead and hit the dislike button. Go in the comments and tell me what you guys liked about this video, so I know what to continue doing, and then also say what you didn't like about the video, so I know what not to do and what to improve, so that you guys can actually enjoy the videos a bit more. If you guys want to know when I upload, then the best way to know how is by subscribing. Maybe even ding ding ding, tapping that bell. But that does it for this video. Bye, guys.